Hey, greetings, Karen Clay here, and the Feldenkrais Method. This is lesson 4 in the series, Start Here. It's called Minimal Lifting. We're going to be working with extension, which is the bending backwards movement that keeps our spine erect. So please persevere with this lesson. Please don't do anything that's even the slightest bit uncomfortable. Please be easy with yourself. Please trust the lesson. There's a great deal of benefit to be learned, and most people don't like to lie on their belly, and that's what this lesson is about. So please come on to your back. Lengthen yourself out and sense what you notice about how you meet support right now. The weight of the heels, the weight of the pelvis, the weight of the rib cage, the weight of the skull. Which of those is heaviest? Which of those is the next heaviest? And then which is the third heaviest, or the third lightest, and then the fourth. So you've just rated those parts in terms of their weight, heaviest to lightest. Now please find a way to roll onto your belly. If you have any lower back issues, you may want to fold a towel and put it right across the top bony part of your pelvis, not under your waist, not under your pubic bone, but right over the top brim of your pelvis. You don't need to do that if you don't wish to. So please start with your head turned to the right and your right palm on the floor near your head. Your legs are long. Your left arm is down alongside you on the floor. Now, if you're already uncomfortable, please grab a pillow to put on the underneath the back of your head, not underneath your cheek so you turn more, but underneath the back part of your head so you turn less, okay? So just lie here and sense which part of each foot touches the floor. Is it the same right to left? And which part of the knees touch the floor? Is that the same right to left? And sense the front of the pelvis against the floor. And which part of your head? Is it your cheek? Is it your chin? Is it your ear? Is it your forehead that touches the floor? And now begin to do the very tiniest baby movement of nuzzling by nodding your head yes, almost imperceptible. Just feeling the bottom cheek move up and down. Notice what else might be moving if you were to get some support from another part of yourself. Your abdominals are not tight, your gluteals are not tight, your back is not tight. Now, instead of nodding your head yes, would you nod your head no? Ever so slightly. You're rolling your nose into the floor, rolling your nose out of the floor. But maybe a 1-inch movement. Now bring your chin closer to your chest and just nuzzle around like a baby. You can go up and down, right and left. You can go into a circle as if you were just settling your head into a nice downy pillow, your favorite kind of pillow, your favorite pillowcase. Maybe it's satiny. Maybe it's your partner's shoulder. You're just really getting comfortable there on your side. Good.
Now bring your attention to your right palm. Would you push your palm and your elbow into the floor ever so slightly and then let go? A little press in the right elbow and the right hand. Notice what happens. So does your right shoulder move away from the floor? Does your head turn away from the floor? Does your nose move in space? Good. Now move that arm and reach it up towards the wall above your head a little bit, and then bring it back down. So now what have you introduced with this arm movement? Can you feel that when your hand goes up, your head goes into the floor, your nose comes down, and when your hand goes down, your head rolls back? But just continue to play with that. And now pause a minute where you are and roll your heels to the right, both heels to the right, the toes point to the left. Both heels to the left, the toes point to the right. Just a small movement of the heels. Rolling to the right, rolling to the left. Notice if that movement starts to roll your pelvis right and left. If you can add or augment the movement by moving your pelvis to the right front corner, to the left front corner, to the right front corner, to the left front corner. No muscles, no pressing, no gluteals, just weight shifting through the bones. Now, if you were to slide your arm, which direction would you go to add it to your legs? See if you can find that. What would make sense? So as your arm reaches up, your toes, your heels point to the left, and the right side of your pelvis leaves the floor. As your elbow moves down, your heels point to the right, and the left side of your pelvis leaves the floor. Start to let your knee bend on one side and the other. So the right knee bends a little bit as the arm reaches away. The left knee bends a little bit as the arm reaches down. Your head is rolling out of the floor and into the floor. Just kind of smushing your nose into the floor a little bit. So now, would you please reach through your right arm and lengthen your left leg? And draw your elbow down and turn your feet the other way. So you're just adding a reach and a lift through the leg. Slide the arm up, lengthen the leg down, and reach. You're using your right knee in the floor. So this is not calisthenics. So you don't have to do it like calisthenics. You're not in a gym. You're in a laboratory and you are a movement scientist. And you are gathering data and details. Okay? So now the last thing is, could you please slide your right elbow down and your left elbow up about an inch and then reverse. Slide your right elbow down and your left elbow up a tiny bit and reverse. So now begin to turn your head towards the middle as your elbows come to the middle. Turn your left palm over and your right palm over as you switch. And now you're turned to the left with your left palm up and your right palm down. You begin to change your arms, lift your head just enough from the floor so that you can turn it. You can add your knee, bending on the right side when your head is to the right. Both legs extend. As you flip your arms, this is a little bit like swimming. When you're facing the left, your left knee bends a little. Both hands come to the middle as the elbows come towards each other and flip and go on in opposite directions. Your right elbow bends as you look to the right. Now, the big idea here is to make this as much like you're moving through, as much like your hot fudge being poured on ice cream as possible. Okay, then you're going to end up on the left side and you're going to start the whole series again by going back to the beginning of the recording with nuzzling the head, beginning to push with the elbow, sliding the elbow down, sliding the elbow up, moving the feet back and forth, adding the foot to the movement, lifting the opposite heel. This is all fast forward just so you can see it again. And then lastly, turning yourself from side to side. Then please roll over. So make sure you rewind your phone and do that slowly on the other side. Then please come back and lengthen yourself on the floor and notice how you meet the floor. Notice the suppleness in the muscles of your back. Notice the 4 weights that you categorized and put in order and how much more like each other they all feel. Notice your sense of volume and of weight, of supportedness. And then finally, please come up, roll to your side, find your way to standing so that you can sense what it's like to take this into your day with this kind of presence in yourself. And we will stop there. Thanks very much for watching. Stay tuned to more. Bye-bye.